Hey everyone, this is Hydra Hut here. Sorry about any background noise. I got the heater on because it's freaking brisk this morning. This is Green Lantern, the Green Lantern, Beware My Power. This is the Morrison Sharp run. I really like this because I'm a big fan of Liam Sharp's art. I think Morrison is a fair writer, good writer. I'll be honest though, when I saw the cover of this, I was not super stoked to read it. Cop vs. God in Slave Lords of the Stars. You're under arrest. So, I mean, like, clearly, the cover is clearly depicting God and Hal Jordan is arresting him. And when I saw that, I just sighed and was like, great. Another book ripping on Christians. Go figure. Because nobody has the balls to rip on a religion that might actually do something about it. No, let's pick on the nice guys that aren't gonna can throw you off a building or rape your daughter. No, it would be really great if we'd get some comics about, I don't know, Jews taking over the world, Muslims killing, murdering, raping, destroying lands that don't belong to them, Hebrews stealing from the Palestinians, maybe Buddhists, I don't know, anything other than Christianity for once. But no, so many writers are just fucking, just pathetic little wannabe atheists that are out there trying to prove that Christianity isn't real. It's pathetic. And I'm not even a Christian. I'm just sick and fucking tired of all these godless little beta bitches constantly trying to, it's not real. Why don't you understand? Literally not understanding what the word faith means by definition. It's pathetic. But at the same time, that's not what this comic is about. I would say they trolled me because this isn't actually God. This is and I'll show you as we get into it. This is, actually I won't. I'll try and skip that so I don't ruin it, because if you haven't read it, this is actually pretty good. But it's not actually God. And my favorite race of space slavers are still in this. I have a lot of opinions about them that I don't want to talk about on my channel because it'll get taken down. But, oh man, I think it's hilarious. So, the art is fantastic. We basically start off with our trader talking to the people that help steal Earth. And he's auctioning off all these planets to various bad dudes. And he's given this little, like, QVC style marketing ploy about the planet as he's trying to auction it off to people. We see guys from Apocalypse, we see the Overlords, we see an upset previous purchaser who had a planet just like that died. We also see the slavers encouraging rape, murder, destruction, chaos, all kinds of interesting things they want done to Earth. Again, look at this fantastic art. The art alone is worth buying this. Even if you're not overly interested in lanterns or this particular story, he did a fantastic job on the art. And look how fucking swole Martian Manhunter is. Dude is ripped. And Aquaman looks like Aquaman crossed with Momoa now, which is kind of cool. Hot girls hot. I also like the classic whooped on Superman. Anyway, so as he's trying to sell this planet off, God here shows up and all right, you know what? I am gonna ruin a lot of the stuff in this. So if you haven't read it yet, probably just dip out now and go ahead and go get it and read it. And if you still really want to listen to my voice, then I certainly won't mind if you come back, but let's be honest, you won't. Now then, I'm gonna proceed to fuck this story up. So God throws down his money, he buys it. He talks in what is supposed to be like that classic biblical style text. And I'm sure Grant Morrison has read the Bible once or twice in his life, but his biblical text is poor at best. Basically immediately after God purchases the earth, God, purchases the Earth. The Green Lanterns bust out, start arresting people. They, if you remember from issue 1, we had the MacGuffin that they stole from Starfish Guy, that made the armor that turned people into just as strong as the Lanterns. Well, that MacGuffin is back, and we have all these people wearing those suits of power armor. But Hal quickly determines a way to defeat it. Gorgeous! And confronts he who may or may not be God. The guy calls himself the Shepherd. He apparently collects all these planets and lets them free roam. He talks about them like cattle. And tells them that the people, or the life forms on this planet, they want to go with him. And he says that the moss and the plants and whatnot are what told him they agree. And Hal was like, well, they don't get a vote. And Pseudo-God is like, that's weird, because there's more of them than there are of you, so I just figured that they were the dominant life force and deserved a bigger vote. As it turns out, though, and this is when Hal goes back to speak to the inhabitants of Earth to find out if they want it, everybody has special powers, everybody's loving this newfound joy. And this is where we really get to see, like, I'm just going to show you, and you can kind of make the allegorical references yourself as to what this is pertaining to. But everybody's stoked that they got special powers, right? And they don't give a shit. And they're not in the least bit surprised. Well, Hal is like, yo, this guy isn't a god. He doesn't actually look like this. He is a terravore. He harvests and eats planets. It's just kind of funny. It's like a really disgusting looking version of Galactus. And he shows everybody what he actually looks like. And the fucking politician is like, speaking on behalf of the United States and everybody else, we like to think we've moved on from judging people on the basis of their appearance, Green Lantern. And Hal's like, are you for real? Are you listening to your jackass self? And this is very much what would happen in America. We'd fucking take this PC high ground bullshit and virtue our signals right into destruction. Hal Jordan's like, he's gonna fatten you up and feed your planet to himself in 1,000 years. And Earth is like, well, I don't really see how that affects us. We're okay with that. And I was like, you're literally sentencing your grandchildren to death. And he's like, I'm okay with that. Probably because he doesn't have any children, like most politicians don't. Hal doesn't let that shit happen, though. They battle it out in space, and after fighting all these slaves who have been extremely fucked up, he confronts the he confronts this guy. Oh man, merchandise, all is merchandise. Such is our custom, and you are duty bound to respect it. Everything has a market value, such is our way of life on Dora. What is the prime law of the universe? Well, Hal ain't putting up with that shit, and he straight up he kills the first of the 6 Gorillion. And it just flat out executes this little fucking slaver guy. And he's all pissed off. And he turns around and he's like, you saw it! It was self-defense! So we're probably going to see the, second, third, fourth downfall of Hal Jordan. I'm betting that he is affected by this, they mentioned this stuff that's hurting all the slaves because everybody is, why am I blanking on these words? But anyway, it's probably due to some sort of infection that he's acting like this. But maybe he really is just tired. Space Shmooly. Alright. I think I was able to do this review without getting myself banned. Sorry if I offended anybody, but I really don't care. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. I do recommend this. I think this is probably going to be my favorite arc of the Green Lanterns for various reasons. So, thanks for watching. Come back again sometime. Hell Hydra, baby.